Now, Russia collusion doesn't seem to be an issue anymore. 2 years of this from the media. 2 years of Russia collusion. 2 years. They lie to the American people. They frustrate the American people. 2 years they're promoting, banking on collusion with Russia. Nothing. Nothing. Their favorite hero today. You know, any port in a storm with the media, if it's a porn actress, they'll grab onto her. If it's the porn actress's lawyer, they'll grab onto him. If it's some nonfiction book with a fiction writer, they'll grab onto that. Whatever works. They're grabbing onto McCabe. McCabe, who led a coup effort, and they treat him like a conquering hero. And now, of course, the Democrats control these committees. So they have these hearings behind closed doors in pot smoke-filled rooms. And then they said, wow, you should have heard what we got. I mean, we got him now. You should hear this. We got Trump. And the media fall in line like the Rockettes, dancing right across the stage. Left foot, left, right foot, right. Turn left, turn right. That's what they are. That's what they do. So thanks to a great website, the Washington Free Beacon, I want you to listen to this montage of media clowns. Cut one, go.
It's a very, very explosive hearing.
Michael Cohen delivers explosive testimony.
Potentially explosive day here on the Hill.
His testimony revealing explosive.
Yes, it's explosive.
There are some explosive claims.
Explosive hearing.
Today's hearing was explosive.
Michael Cohen's explosive testimony.
Explosive.
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 As explosive as it gets.
Explosive testimony. Explosive testimony.
Explosive testimony.
That explosive testimony.
Explosive 9 hours. And we expect another explosive day of explosive claims.
That is a rather explosive allegation.
Truly explosive public testimony. Pretty explosive material.
One explosive revelation after another.
Explosive claims.
Explosive allegations.
Explosive testimony.
Explosive public testimony.
Explosive after his explosive.
An explosive chain of events.
Very explosive. I suspect it's going to become even more explosive.
It's explosive, don't you know, ladies and gentlemen? And the media have no idea what they're talking about. None of us do. What explosive testimony? Behind closed doors, he didn't say anything explosive in front of closed doors. He basically said that there was no collusion. I told you I'm writing this book, right? I told you I'm actually excited about this book. I write till 3 in the morning. I get up at 7 in the morning or so. I'm right back at it. I'll be working on it most of the weekend. I'm very close to telling you what it's about, but I've been told I'm not allowed to do that. But I think it's going to be explosive. I think it'll be an explosive book. Because we're going to get to the bottom of things, you and I. Just remember this, the First Amendment belongs to us. It doesn't belong to any of these media companies. Free speech, freedom of the press, that belongs to us. The reason that's in there is for us. Not for Jim Acosta, not for Jake Tapper, not for Rachel Maddow or Chris Matthews. That's there for us, you and me. Now there's this guy, Dan Abrams. Now he pretends he's not a left-wing Democrat hack, but he's a left-wing Democrat hack. Maybe you've seen his stupid show on cable. He is the ABC. What is he? He is a legal analyst, I think, for ABC News and Good Morning America. He also runs this left-wing kook site called Mediaite, and I link to it now and then just to show you that it is a left-wing kook site. It is constant hate Trump. And that should tell you plenty right there. ABC News uses this guy to provide legal analysis, much like this fool Tubin on CNN. Not providing legal analysis. They're on the attack. And here's the irony. You're going to have Dan Abrams, a liberal Democrat, being interviewed by George Stephanopoulos. And you know all about his pedigree. You know all about who this jerk is and what he did to women defending Bill Clinton. It's amazing how he made the transition into the media, isn't it? Both of them. Cut 2, go.
Meantime, one of the things we're seeing right now, coming out of the Cohen hearing on Wednesday, many more investigations now spawned on Capitol. We're really heading into a new phase here.
Michael Cohen's testimony created a roadmap. Now, I think that they knew that this was going to happen, right? This isn't some shock that, oh my goodness, Michael Cohen came in and suddenly there's this roadmap. But as you listen to him, you see the tentacles of the investigations. You see what was just a state New York investigation now becoming a
foundation.
Let's just stop it right there. Let me ask you folks a question. Most of you aren't lawyers, but you have a lot of common sense. Michael Cohen has been interrogated for hours and hours and hours by the Southern District of New York. He's been interrogated by Mueller's office, the special counsel's office, for hours and hours and hours and hours. So suddenly he's going to tell Congress things he didn't tell the prosecutors, and suddenly we now have a roadmap. We now have a roadmap, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, they charged him, and he's going to prison. They charged him, and he's going to prison. But the media are ecstatic. They're hoping. They thought they had the Russia collusion. They thought they had a Russia conspiracy. They thought they had Trump on obstruction. They thought they had this. They thought they had that. Oh, there was the meeting at Trump Tower, and there was and now it's none of that. Now there's a new roadmap. A new roadmap. A whole new GPS thing going on here because we got Michael Cohen. We had the porn star, we had the porn star's lawyer, we had the author, we had the psychologist, we had this one. Now we have Michael Cohen. Now, this lawyer, Dan Abrams, not once does he burp out his concern about attorney-client privilege and now how Congress is abusing the president's attorney-client privilege and confidentiality. Because it's Trump. They want to destroy Trump. They believe mass murderers and terrorists should have due process rights. But the President of the United States, no. He's the worst. He's got to be taken out. Go ahead.
Investigation. You see federal investigations with regard to Mueller in the Southern District of New York now becoming congressional. But again,
what does that mean? You now see federal investigations with regard to Mueller in the Southern District of New York now becoming congressional. And you notice how excited he is? He's orgasmic. His toupee's about to pop off the top of his head. He's thrilled. He's excited. They're all you notice the extra step these people are taking in the media. They're just so excited. They're hopping and skipping. Go ahead.
The last thing Congress would want to do for those who want this investigation to continue is to step on the criminal investigations, because there's going to be real concern on the part of the federal authorities. Please don't investigate this exactly at the same time as we are.
Investigate what? So now you see, the door's been opened, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is true because I heard the Atlantic City Orca, Chris Christie, who's now back in favor. He's all over my favorite cable channel, Fox. He's all over everywhere, spewing his brilliance and his donuts and everything else. Nobody listened to him, you see, or none of this would be going on, like Bridgegate and so forth. He left office in New Jersey. His poll numbers were in the toilet. But now he's back, ladies and gentlemen. And he's really good. No, he's not. He's a big mouth slob. Big mouth slob. But that's not my point. We now have a roadmap for Democrat investigations, you see. Now they want Trump's children and their financial information. President of the United States and his lawyers must do what I suggest, or they're going to get butchered. They must say no. No to my children. No to our private finances. I'll see you in the Supreme Court. There's no Michael Cohen roadmap. There's no roadmap here. They were always going to go after the president, his family, and their finances. They're being spurred on by the media. They're not even the media. What the hell should we call these people? something else. They're being prodded and encouraged. Because George Stephanopoulos, clearly an objective reporter. Dan Abrams, definitely, you heard him. Absolutely. He's an objective reporter, too. Yeah, they just want to get the facts. And, and now we have a roadmap. Thanks to the multiple felonious Michael Cohen. Yeah, now we have a roadmap. Yeah, roadmap. Explosive. Russia collusion. Shut up. We're on to something else now.